Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. A salutation and much love to you, Akim, out there pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. And I just want to do a video pursuant to the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Okay, and you got these clowns saying, playing games with the scriptures, man, saying that, just saying that, the chip and sauce, all that nonsense, the chip and dips, making light of the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. And it's going to be made known very soon who had the truth the whole time. All right. Because a lot of these guys calling themselves prophets of the Lord, they're deceiving the people. They're not giving them the full truth. They're not warning the people. All right. This is Ezekiel 33 and 33. And when this cometh to pass, when the mark of the beast becomes mandatory and they start chipping everybody. All right. Lo, it will come, and then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. So then, when there's concentration camps and there's no way of living unless you have that mark of the beast, living in society. I mean, then you're gonna realize that there was a prophet among you. All right, you're gonna realize that we weren't joking about the mark of the beast being the RFID chip. All right, and as you see on the screen, you got this article here I came across on the Daily Maverick. All right, and it's entitled, and you'll see the link in the description box. It says, "The human microchips are here. Would you implant one?" Okay, so they've been here. The chips, all right, the implant, the RFID microchip implant, all right, implant has been here. And this is the mark of the beast. All right, because there's a difference between the chips in your cards and the chips in your phone, because those are not implanted in you. All right, so I'm going to read this article, and if you want to go through the article yourself, the link is right there in the description box. It says, over the last 2 decades, human microchipping has experienced a very slow growth curve with minimal market penetration, but things might be speeding up as we enter the age of the human cyborg. All right, we're entering the last days. All right, the hour of temptation is at hand. All right, let's go to that. This is Revelation 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. All right, the major temptation that's going to be presented unto you is the mark of the beast. Because without that, you won't be able to buy or sell, pursuant to Revelation 13. All right. And this article is going to go into the other benefits, or not benefits, but the other uses of this chip implant. All right. And let's keep going now. It says the future is now. It's just not evenly distributed yet. All right, because what the technology is here. It's just not being globally made. It hasn't been made mandatory globally yet. But they're setting up the stage for it. All right, they're setting up all the technology for it. The Internet of Things. All right, the 5G network. All right, all the stores are RFID ready. You go to any store in America, you're gonna see that same little machine to pay with your card, or it could read the RFID. Okay, you can pay with your phone using the NFC, which is all the same technology, and it's been getting better and better. All right, to the point where almost every device around you uses that technology. That's why it's called the Internet of Things. They want to have everything interconnected, because this devil wants to be like the Most High. He wants to see where you're at all times. All right. Going on, it says, Dr. Elsa Sortardius, quoting Canadian science fiction writer William Gibson, who is said to have first uttered the phrase in 1993 interview. So Sartorius used the quote while speaking at the Dev Developers Conference in November 2018. She is a synthetic biologist, futurist, science fiction writer, biotech venture capitalist, and self-described biofuturist. Her field of interest... Okay, let me move on because I could care less about her personal experience. All right. Okay, it says, in the tech scene and on her website, she is also candidly referred to as a cyborg due to the microchip implant between her left thumb and index finger. All right, so what? She has the mark in her hand, and it doesn't matter what hand you get it in. All right, Revelation 13 says right hand because that's what John saw in the vision. And most people, the majority of people are right-handed, and that's in the dream he saw it, people taking it in their right hands. But if you go into Revelation 14, it says, Revelation 14:9, and the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image and receive his mark. See, there's the distinction between the image and the mark. All right, the image is the philosophies. The image is this new world order, the ways of Esau's system. All right, his democracy, all that nonsense. All right, and then it says and. All right, and this is basic English grammar. All right, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So ultimately, if you receive that mark of the beast, it doesn't matter where you receive it, you're going to be destroyed. Point blank, period. All right, so it goes on to say it back in the article, left thumb and index finger, which she got live on stage at the 2016 Pioneers Festival held in Vienna. During the event, she demonstrated how she could use the implanted chip to send a pre-programmed tweet by simply swiping her phone over her hand. See, so they're showing the convenience of this. Oh, look how convenient it is. You can send tweets and do this and do that. All right. And remember, the main thing that the scriptures speak about is the payment, buying and selling, which we're going to get into that in the article. It says, keep going to say, she was not the first person to get a chip implant. See, that's the thing, implant. That is the mark of the beast. The chip, microchip, RFID chip being implanted in you. You go into those words, charagma, charax. All right, stigma. All right, go into those words, and you'll see it ain't no way in hell that it's philosophy. All right, a pale and a stake, going into the word charax. How is that? Break that down? How is that correlated to philosophy? A pale or a stake. All right, stigma. You go into the charax. The word charax, one of the definitions, it says scratching. Do your due research, man. Look up these words and stop being so damn simple. It says, Kevin Warwick, a British scientist and a professor of cybernetics, was the first person known to have surgically implanted a silicone chip into his body back in 1998. So the first known person that came out publicly that had it was in 1998. The chip, and this is what, 20 years, going on 21 years, 22 years ago. How much better has the technology gotten since then? It says the chip used radio frequency identity technology, and it allowed him to operate various things such as room lights, locks, and lifts. So look, they're showing the convenience of, look, you can operate things. You don't have to, have a third party device, or so to say. You're just going to interface directly with the applications or the devices or your coffee machine, whatever the case may be, your doors, your lights. It's called the Internet of Things, and Esau Edom wants to make you part of it. He's not doing that with his philosophies. Yes, he wants to have everybody under the new world order, one world religion, one world government. But how is he gonna bring that to fulfillment with this chip? Okay, yes, the philosophies is part of it, because that's why it says, and worship the beast in his image and receive his mark. Okay, because ultimately, if you take the mark of the beast, which is the chip, then you do worship the image, which is his philosophies. All right, which is his new world orders. Yeah, they do go hand in hand, but they're separate. They're two different things. All right, it says the potential for this technology is enormous. It is quite possible for an implant to replace an Access or Visa card. There is very little danger in losing an implant or having it stolen. See, this is one of the main things, because if you can't buy or sell anything in society, how the hell are you gonna live? Through the spirit, you got to be protected by Yahweh Shem outside. If not, you're just gonna be caught out there. All right. Almost 7 years later, Amal Gofstra, a tech hobbyist at the time, managed to implant a bioglass. Okay, that's just going into, brothers can check that out. It goes into other couple guys that have been injecting the microchips. I jump down a little bit. It says the festival wasn't just for talks, workshops, interactive sessions, and a chipping party were part of the program. To get microchip and implanted, and select an implant injected in the hand. Willing participants had to simply dish out 1,400 Swedish krona and let a young man insert the implant with a syringe. All right, the implant is the Korox. The syringe, the implant is the Korogma. The syringe is the Korox. And the information in the chip is the grapho. Go into these words, man, in the blue letter. These are the words in the Greek. So like, and I think I said earlier, I said the Korox, there was a definition for scratching. It's actually in a Korogma. I believe it was in Korogma. Look it up yourself. I've done countless videos on it. All right. Going on to say Sweden has become a bit of a leader in this field. And in 2018, more than 4,000 Swedes were microchipped. So this is happening worldwide. All right. Jump down, say some companies in Sweden. Oh, it's just like I skipped to say Sweden's largest train company, state-owned SJ, allows chip commuters to use their hand instead of tickets. What is a ticket? You have to buy a ticket. Some companies in Sweden, Australia, and America are giving employees the option to get chip for entry to their premises, as well as access to their computers or even confidential media. How? Because that graphos, the information that's written in that chip, is transmitted to the computer, all right, or to the keypad to let you through the door. All right. And jumping down a little bit. It just goes into how there was implantables. There's been implantables around for a while, like pacemakers, blood glucose monitoring, like things like that. Let me read a little bit of this. It says some of the future applications that we see implantables being used in include blood glucose monitoring for diabetes, heart attack prediction, and emergency alerting, activity monitoring, sensory augmentation, access control, cryptocurrencies, and micropayment. Come on, man. It's simple. It's in your face, man. The truth is right here in your face. All right. The mark of the beast is the RFID chip. Because ultimately, it's just more than about buying and selling. Esau wants to be like the Most High. Okay, let's go to that. All right, let's go to 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 2 3. Let no 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away. All right, what was that falling away? A falling away first. That's us falling away from our nationality, our heritage, our power. All right, and that's gone and went. And then it says, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, the son of destruction. All right. Who opposeth and exalteth him. So he opposes the Most High. He's contrary to the Most High. And because the Lord said, don't do this. He says, do this. Homosexuals should be put to death. He gives them rights. And exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High. Because he's saying, look, we got GMO. He tries to make everything synthetic. Everything that the Lord made natural, he makes a synthetic version of it. Okay? Because he thinks he can be better than the Most High. GMO foods. Okay? Synthetic plants. Plastic. His laws. He got laws, library of laws. When the Bible tells you all the laws, man. It says all that is called the Most High, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. So that's what he wants to do. He wants to sit in the seat of the Lord. He wants to see everything, because that's what the Lord is omnipotent. He sees everything at all times. All right, and let's get that. Let's go to Sirach 23 and 19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. And that's what they want to do. Esau Edom with this microchip, all right, which can be implanted in your head, your brain, or in your hand. He wants to make you a cyborg, a human machine, so to say. Because what? He wants to know your thoughts. He wants to behold all your ways. He wants his eyes to be 10,000 times brighter than the sun. He wants to see everything at all times, where you at, what you did, what you ate, how you feel. All right, what your emotions are feeling like the movie Transcendence, man. Perfect movie to show you that Esau wants to know everything. He wants to, through the Internet of Things, he wants to have control of everything and everybody. And this is microchip implanted in you. Is the first. Is how he does it. How he wants to do it. All right, let's go back to the article. It says, Salakia. It says microchip. Okay, it says detractors of the technology range from religious individuals who see the chip as a fulfillment of a biblical prophecy about the mark of the beast. So who wrote this? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Melibongwe Tailio. I believe he's in Africa somewhere, because he mentions about South Africa people trying to get chipped out there. You know, if you read the full article, you get it. I'm not going to read this. It's a pretty long article. I'm just jumping and getting the points. All right. But even this guy understands that there's people comparing this mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, or they comparing the RFID chip to the mark of the beast, which it is. It's clear as day. All right. Because through this, Esau's going to have control over you. He wants to be your God, man. And ultimately, by you worshiping his image, all right, you worshiping the beast and his image, you're going to take his chip, which is separate from the image. Okay? It says, mark of the beast, to those who see it as a security nightmare, further adding to concerns about invasion of privacy. Microchips have been used since the 1990s in pets as a way to identify them as they go missing. Pet microchips do not necessarily have features through which they can be tracked. The current wave of human microchips don't have batteries. They're the size of a grain of rice, don't have a lot of memory, and generally store basic information that can be extracted by other machines in the environment. Exactly. So that's the Internet of Things. The other machines are going to be reading the RFID chip that's implanted in you at all times. Your phone, your TV, all right, your washing machine, all right, your car, your watch. All these things that are coming out, man, have the RFID technology, NFC technology, whatever you want to call it. So like that, they can say, oh, well, you got to be close to a reader, an RFID reader, for it to be activated. Well, yeah, you're around it all day long, from when you wake up till you go to sleep. So they can track your movement everywhere you go. And then they have cameras everywhere. Okay. You walk through a store. You walk into a store. It's reading your chip. Okay, it will be. But you know the Lord's gonna stop them before they fill their belly. We know that, pursuing the book of Job. All right, it says technically a person cannot be tracked via a microchip alone. Though, if there is a machine that can interact with the microchip, some movements and activities can be documented. All right, there you go. Which is every damn thing nowadays. They got smart TVs, smart coffee makers, smart AC thermostats, smart computers, smart this, smart that, and stupid people. You know, they're going to take the chip and get put to death. And if anybody teaching contrary to this is a bigger idiot. All right, which they're probably going to end up taking the chips too. All right, in 2006, CityWatcher.com, then a video surveillance company in the U.S. started microchipping employees who, this is back in 2006. All right, so they've been chipping people here in America. who dealt with their most confidential data so that they would require this RFID chip in order to access certain data. And then it talks about 3 square market in 2010 or 2018. All right, so I'll finish off the article. It says the technology is still in its infancy, but implanting technology into the human body is nothing new. It ain't nothing new, because John the Revelator saw it 2,000 years ago when he wrote about it. He wrote it, and it's been written about. We already have pacemaker implants and cochlear implants that have improved many lives. See, they're showing, they're making it convenient. Oh, it's very convenient, saving lives, making lives better. Many of us travel daily with at least two RFID chips using similar technologies in close proximity to our bodies. The chip on our bank cards and the NFC chip in our smartphones. And this is what this clown, what's this nigga? The dude saying the chips in the dip. Damn, I can't even think his name right now, because he's unimportant if he's not teaching the true 100% truth. Zabach, there we go. Yeah, that's what he said. Oh, look, we got chips on our cards and our phones, but they're not implanted into you. They haven't been cut into your flesh. All right, Karax, stigma. Come on, man. In a best case scenario, the tech could grow to offer health advantages, from being able to store one's full health history to being able to monitor current health status. See, that's the convenience of it. Oh, look, it'll help you with this. It got all your information. You don't need no more wallet. You don't need no more paperwork as far as your information. It says worst case scenarios range from information theft to tracking down human beings wherever they may be and hacking their private and personal information. Big brother, where art thou? All right, there you go. And that's what Esau wants to do. He don't want to be Big Brother. He want to be the Almighty by watching you at all times. All right, I'll close out on 2 scriptures. Like we read in Sirach 23:19, the eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. All right, the Lord sees all, and that's what Esau wants to do. He wants to sit in the seat of the Most High. Proverbs 5:21, for the ways of man are before the eyes of Yahweh, and he pondereth all his goings. So that's what Esau wants to do this chip. That's how he's going to do it. Plain and simple. One more precept. You see, he wants to be like the Most High. Is not a bell ain't ringing up there? Right? Somebody not, hello, anybody home? Proverbs 15:3, the eyes of Yahweh are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. And that's what Esau wants to do. He got cameras everywhere, and if he can't see you on camera, well, he want to track you through this chip, which is the mark of the beast. Because you're pretty much pledging allegiance to him, man. You're bending the knee unto him by receiving that mark. And in turn, you receive that mark, then you are worshiping his image, which is his philosophies. All right, his democracy, his new world order. Okay. So with that, Lord's will, this was edifying and made it even further clear than the apostles and elders have already made it. All right. So with that, Mawatha Babal, Shalom.